We are live. I'll need that one. Actually, what do we sound like? You guys can start talking. Say hi to anybody.
You're live, but not really. It's like a sound check.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So if people log in early, they can see it, but not
really. It's like a sound check.
early they can see it. But
Huh? Yep, sounds good. All right.
I was just running off these two microphones out in front.
And the Mevo camera. Mevo has a built-in microphone.
Maybe I'll just make comments on my phone. Then I'll be like at home when I'm sitting there watching TV and they're texting me. Like you're right there. Probably like, show me your phone.
Yeah.
My problem is if I start talking, y'all ain't gonna get a word. So I'm just gonna sit over here and pretend I got pulled over by the police officer. I'm only gonna answer when asked.
Well, that's what I was gonna do.
You kids, you'll learn that one day. Just look straight forward. Don't answer any questions unless they ask you first. Yes and no answers. You don't want to incriminate yourself.
Teacher and block scheduling. What do we have? What are they? 74 minutes? 76 minutes?
Something like that.
It's a long time, so I can talk for a really long time.
Yeah. Well, I do Facebook Lives from my basement, and I probably got off in 20 or 25 minutes at times, and then sometimes you used to be able to, a live could be max out at 4 hours on Facebook, and live would just go. What happened? Oh, we ran out of time. I think it's long. I think it's 8 hours now, but it used to be 4. And multiple times
It's a lot of content.
Yeah.
What would you do live that would go for 4 hours?
I have a bar in my basement.
Okay.
So I make a drink. I make a drink of the day, every day. And so sometimes when people come over, the drink of the day turns into 10 drinks of the day, and then it's the comments come in. You're bouncing, reacting to the comments. They intentionally, they've learned the things that get me riled up, so to speak.
All right, 2 minutes and we'll go live. Or we'll start the show, I should say. We're not on the radio anymore.
I guess I shouldn't have told the people we were going to be on the radio.
Yeah.
So is it public knowledge that this is where we are? Is this like a secret backdrop? No one knows.
It's going to be public knowledge when we start the show.
Okay, this is it.
You can actually Facebook tag location, undisclosed location, and it comes up undisclosed location.
Oh, yeah.
So we do that like when I go away, I'll make drinks, and then wherever
Are we still good?
You're good. It's just weird because there is a little delay from the time you talk to the time it shows up on.
Well, yeah, that's always like that.
But I'll like just read the ingredients, say what the drink is and drink it. So I do it when I'm on vacation, or, wherever we go.
It's commitment. I'd like to do something on like a YouTube channel or something like that. I just don't know if I can commit to like regular content. It just takes a lot to plan and
there's a lot of people that are pushing for me to do it on YouTube because it's easier to monetize it. And because we raise money and then we send packages to servicemen and veterans and stuff like that. So.
All right, 1 minute and we'll start. Yeah, you can't go by the number of people viewing either because it's higher than what it actually says. Right now it's showing 7, but there's more than 7 people on it. Because we tested it out when the doc was live in one time. There was like all these people commenting, but it showed 3 people on. And I'm looking at the comments and I'm like, okay, there's like 15 people commenting, but the thing shows 3.
Yeah, mine will just sometimes the screen's just blank. It just says live, that's it.
Yeah.
And like, I'll have comments from 7 different people. And I'm like, well, if I hit the stop, like I'll hit the end alive, and then you have like 10 seconds or something to cancel that stop, and then it just picks back up again.
Right.
So I'll do that a couple times, and as soon as you cancel it, as soon as you hit the stop, and then when you cancel it and it pops back up again, then it'll be like 50 people watching. When before I did that, it said 3 were watching.
All right, ready to start? Ready?
Yep.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Colossal Community Podcast. I am Keith, your host, and this is Jason, Spoonman, filling in for Leanne. Leanne's somewhere in Egypt or in Jordan. Hopefully we'll hear from her really soon, but if not, we'll catch up with her some other time. But we are in, where are we? We're in the closet.
Undisclosed location, yeah.
Well, yeah, Doc put us in the closet.
Yeah, Doc didn't pay the rent at the last studio. They kicked him out.
Whatever, man.
So now we're in the basement of the Hartford Hills.
Yeah, we're in the basement where the storage area is. Tonight we have our guests for the first half hour. We have members of the Palmerton High School Drama Club talking about their play, the play that goes wrong, right? Second half hour we have Shawn coming on talking about how to make Thanksgiving meal easier, that you're not in the kitchen all day. And we're talking about other Thanksgiving topics as well. And first off, Jason, thanks for filling in as a co-host.
Hey, thanks for letting me come back. I was a guest on the show. They had me on to talk about my Facebook group, and then jokingly, or maybe not, I offered to. You mentioned that she was going to be out of town for this episode, and I said, "Oh, I can guest host." So then he messaged me 2 weeks ago or whatever. He's like, "Hey, are you still good for the 13th?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I was like, "I don't know what he's talking about." And then I kind of came back to me.
All right, welcome guys to the show. Welcome
Thanks
back
for having us.
So tell us, what is the play that goes wrong?
The play that goes wrong is a comedy. It was a pretty big hit on Broadway and in London, and like the idea is that our kids are playing the cast of a completely separate theater group called the Cornley Drama Society. They're a little bit uppity, they're a little bit arrogant, and they're putting on a show called The Murder at Haversham Manor, which they don't put together very well. So the idea is the play within a play. It's a really big challenge for them because they're playing actors playing roles, so they have to play 2 different things at the same time. And then there are a lot of things as the murder at Haversham Manor unfolds that unfortunately for their drama club don't go very well and fall apart, and they have to keep it together to tell the whole story. So we hope the audience gets the joke as it plays out. We think it's really funny, and there's a lot of hilarity that ensues, and chaos, and things falling down, and people falling down, and all kinds of stuff. Josh might be the brunt of a lot of those kinds of jokes in the show, but it's for us. We've done a lot of shows in the last couple of years that were big hits before we even really opened them, like Grease. Everybody knows, everybody loves. It sold out really quick. We kind of knew that it was going to be a hit. White Christmas before that, the holiday stuff always goes really well. And so we've had this run all the way back to like Mamma Mia of picking things that were popular and we knew, and it was kind of fun to do those big things. This show, we don't really expect the same kind of numbers to come out to see it because it is a bit lesser known and people really don't know what it is.
Right.
But I think for the people that do come out, it's hysterical. We haven't done a straight up comedy pretty much ever. There's a lot of shows that we've done that have funny things in them, but that wasn't the point. Where this is like straight up comedy, start to finish. We're trying to have people in the gut busting realm of laughing, and hopefully we can get there. Every once in a while, you get somebody's dad out in the audience who really starts chuckling along. You know, that's when you know you have them.
Right.
Me being born in 1971, so I was coming. Like my wheelhouse of television shows was Seinfeld, and that your explanation of that, I'm like, that sounds like a Seinfeld episode to me.
Yeah, where everything just goes wrong, and you have to watch them try to hold it together. So we've had a lot of fun putting it together. The set is really involved because you have to, when it goes wrong, it has to go wrong right, or then we're really in trouble if we can't get that down. So our stage crew's working really hard. Brandon Miller runs the stage crew for us, and they've been working to get the set built and get everything where it needs to be, because a lot of the pieces have to crash and burn throughout the show and then be reset to start the next night, which is kind of more complicated than you would think. If we're
Right.
doing it once, it'd be easy to just drop everything and let it smash. We have to put it back together and do it 2 more times. So
So 3 shows you do?
3 shows.
Wow.
Yeah, it's November 30th and then December 1st and 2nd, and 7 o'clock every night.
And how can they get tickets?
We have tickets online. We have a Drama Club Facebook page that most people use. It connects to a website called Ludus, where you can buy your tickets and pick your seats online, or you can get them at the door, the night of the show. I think this would be a show that you'll get away with that on, where Grease, like in the weeks building up to, we were like, you get them now, because it's going to go. But like I said, I think for the people who do come out to this one, it's going to be something.
Is this the first show? How many shows do you...
In a year, we do 2. We do a
Okay.
play. Well, sometimes we do a play. We did a musical last year in the fall, but we usually do like a straight play like this in the fall, and then in the spring we'll do a musical. This spring in April we have Chicago coming up, which will be fun.
Nice.
So when does this start? You start right at the beginning of the school year?
Yeah, well, actually, over the summer we really start the planning part.
With the students.
As second week of school, I think we had auditions, third, something like that.
pretty-
Pretty much right when we started.
Close
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. Something like this with the cast is it 8? Pretty much lead. It's like an ensemble piece. There's no like 1 or 2 people that are in the top spot. They all share about the same amount of stage time. And then there are cast members who are playing stage crew members. And then there are actual stage crew members, so it gets a little complicated. But yeah, and so I would argue you each have anywhere between like 75 and 125 lines throughout the show.
Wow.
And it's a lot of memorization. When I was their age and in shows, I loved getting big roles. And maybe you'll get there one day. But the older that I get, the more I realize that directing really is the gig. I go, here's the script, you memorize it.
So what's your roles in the play?
So I play Jonathan, who plays Charles Haversham, who is the victim. I am the dead body.
We start with him
But-
murdered.
I'm not very good at being dead the whole time. Let's just put it that way.
But these are the giggles. You're reading the script and you're like, oh, that's going to be funny. Yeah. It was good.
So you don't play the dead guy very well, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
All right.
Things happen to him while he's dead. Think like Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
Right, like he's dead, but like they just keep banging his head off of stuff or stepping on his fingers or
Yeah.
whatever else we can
Nice.
torture him with.
And you're the one who beats me up the most, probably.
I think so. I play Rachel, who is Mary Collymore in the show, who is Charles Haversham's fiance's sister. So it gets a little complicated. She's a very jealous woman. So yeah, I do get to beat Josh up a little bit. It's very fun.
And have a sword fight.
Yeah, there is a sword fight. It's very fun, very scary, but
Nice. So you get to beat people up on the play.
a little bit. It's
Yeah.
something I haven't done very much, like in my time as an actress. So I think it's fun.
What's your favorite part about the play?
I think just like there are certain moments in rehearsals where we just can't keep it together. Like something funny happens, one of us will just take a joke and do it a different way, and it just creates this whole new situation, and we're like, that's the perfect thing that's going to get the audience laughing.
Right.
Especially coming out of Grease. Like Grease, everybody had expectations. Like what Danny Zuko's supposed to be like. Like what Sandy's supposed to be. So there's not really a lot of freedom to go do whatever you want to do with it. Where like what Josh is describing is that in every rehearsal, when we get to some of these moments, you're like, oh, why don't we try it this way today? And like Seinfeld, I imagine when they were filming those shows, they probably did things 100 times, 100 different ways, and picked the funniest one.
Probably sure,
We
yeah.
kind of get to do that with this, and it's been a lot of fun to go through that process and have some creative freedom and play the jokes differently. There's a lot of me going, do that again, but this time, hit him on the head this way. And
So is there a chance that your Friday show is going to be different than your Saturday show?
I mean, certain things may play out in different ways. There's a lot of moving parts. It should be pretty much the same, but
I would say the goal by then is to have it down.
Yeah.
And know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If we're doing it different every time at that point, I'll be a little stressed out.
maybe one or two jokes are done are like the lines are performed a different way or something.
The
It would
good
be
thing is
minor things
essentially
like
doing
that.
more of an original type thing that people aren't familiar with, is you don't have to worry about getting critiqued. You're like, well, the movie was better, or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw this
For
on
sure.
Broadway and it was way different.
Yeah.
No one has any expectations, which is actually probably
Right.
freeing.
Grease had that where the songs change people from the movie to the show. So you're like, do we have to explain why Kanicki's singing Grease Lightning and not, yes, we don't have that. But it's been a lot of fun. The other thing that happens too is and you guys have been in the club for a long time. How many years do you know offhand?
Since 5th grade, I think.
5th grade?
I don't know
Yeah,
how many.
and we're now both seniors.
So it's been a while. But when you get an audience in front of you and they start laughing and giving you energy in certain moments, that can really build into things that you don't know are coming. They laugh at things you don't think are funny. They don't laugh at things you thought were going to crush.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're in uncharted territory with live feedback coming at you. So it's kind of a rush to be on stage and play through it that way.
So you been in the club that long? Was it always high school plays, or did they have middle school?
Yeah, our club runs 7 to 12.
Okay.
And for a while, before I had a 1.5-year-old at home, we were doing summer shows for junior kids. So that would be like you'd audition in 5th through 8th grade, and then you'd perform it in September, right at the start of the school year, and it would be like 6 through 9. And then that was like kind of our recruiting program.
Okay.
And so a lot of the kids we have now who are juniors and seniors started out that way.
Yeah.
What was the first one for you guys?
The
Mermaid?
first one for us was the very first junior show that you did. We were the
Mulan.
littlest age group in Mulan.
In
Yeah.
Mulan. Wow, I was going.
We
going
were like
back.
the test dummies.
Yeah.
So what are your plans after high school?
So I'm planning on going to a college and majoring in biochemistry. I also I'm looking to still do theater there and band. I'm a really big part of our band
Nice.
too.
How about you?
I plan to also go to college. I'm not sure which one yet. Hopefully Syracuse. It's like my top option right now, but we'll see. To major in psychology and hopefully get my undergrad and hopefully a graduate.
So do you plan on staying in drama club at all?
I don't plan to do it like professionally or anything. I'm hoping if there's just one that I can be a part of without taking up too much of my time, it would be great.
So if there's somebody out there, like an student, thinking about getting a drama club, what kind of advice would you have for them to join?
I guess I would just describe like some of my own experiences because I've had a lot of fun with it. A lot of things happened that like I never expected. I always knew that I really like wanted to join drama club in high school. Like I was growing up and I was like, I really want to do that. So I would just describe like some of the rehearsal process and some of like what happens. The rehearsal process honestly is my favorite part of it. Like I love building the show, not just the performances. So
Yeah, I would say even if you're not super into it at first, just try it because you never know how much you're gonna like it. I started doing it in 3rd grade, I think I was, when I was in my first show, and I did like basketball before that. I was like, I probably won't do the drama club, and then I started doing it and I had a really great time, and now I've been doing it ever since. So you don't know how much it can change your life.
Right.
The cool thing about the high school level is that you guys have been essentially on the same team with the other cast members that are around your age for 6 years now, 7 years now. So you really get to work well, and by this time they have a lot of chemistry on stage. They know what other people are going to do and how they act and the way they react to things. So that helps a lot, I think, on stage.
How many kids do you have total?
This show is limited. Sometimes in the fall, like you get a play like this, it had 8 named roles. I think we added 5 or 6 of the cast members who are playing stage crew. So this is, I don't know, I'm not a math teacher. What is that, 12, 13, 14, something like that?
14? I'm the secretary, so I would know.
But in the spring, we're expecting somewhere around 35 or 40 to audition, like the full group for Chicago. It's down a little bit. When we did Mamma Mia and Big Fish were like the last 2 big productions before COVID shut everything down. We were up to like 60, 65 kids auditioning for a show, which is a lot. There's not a whole lot of space on the sides of the stage, and So it was pretty cramped for a while there, but yeah, our numbers are doing pretty good. And we had a lot graduate last year, a lot. We're going to graduate this year. So we're kind of in a transition after this year, I think. But, you know, it's just like anything, any sport. You got kids that come in waves. And
Right.
So do you pick the show first, or do you pick the show based on the amount of kids that you have to fill?
all of the
needed roles?
above, yeah. So you kind of got to look at, okay, who do I know is coming back from last year, and what can we get away with? It's kind of difficult to pin that down, because sometimes kids go, you know what, I don't know that I want to do this one. Or we've had years where all of a sudden all these extra kids show up. And you're like, oh, we could have gone bigger. But it's just part of the game, kind of guessing at what's going to come in and what you're going to have.
Right.
So,
All right, we have some comments here. We have Go Palmerton. We have Can't Wait to See the Show. And we have So Excited to See the Show.
awesome, very good. Nobody said, what's this about again?
Yeah, if you want to do a recap on it.
Yeah, it's a show about a show. It's about a drama club society who are not great at doing their jobs. So hopefully we do our job correct. So that's funny. You know. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of the things I dread the most is when we leave for summer. Kind of, oh my gosh, what are we going to do next year? You know, especially following something like Greece, which sold out every night. We never had that before.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we kind of went in my decision was to kind of go in a much different direction with it and pick something funny, smaller, like this.
All right, we have another comment here. Best of luck to the cast, crew, and directors. There you go.
Thank you very
Everybody's
much.
hyped
Appreciate
up.
all these comments. Yeah.
Do you want to give us a sneak peek, I guess you can say, of any of your lines or a scene, maybe?
I'd like to
I'm
see
not-
the scene where she beats him up.
Yeah.
we didn't bring the swords along.
Ah.
I'd also just have to play dead. That's really it.
Yeah, if he just dropped onto the table now, that would.
Yeah.
Any lines, anything?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of my favorite line. I think, well, the funny part about this one, I think something that we've had a lot of fun with is that we do British accents during the show. And we're not the best at them sometimes, and they're really funny. But,
Or we are, and we're just doing them not quite as good as we could because the Cornley Drama Club Society actors who you're playing are not great at the accents.
we'll call
Exactly.
it that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because
Seems like a perfect excuse.
we all kind of adopted like similar accents. None of them are accurate, and it's really funny. I think because
It works for the show.
It works, yes. It's we kind of overdo it at times, even.
So what kind of accent does a dead guy have?
Wow.
One line.
A British death mode.
All right, with Thanksgiving coming up, what is your favorite food that you look forward to every Thanksgiving? Like you only have at Thanksgiving, but you're looking forward to it.
For me, it's the
All
cranberry
three.
sauce.
Cranberry sauce?
Yeah.
Like out of a can?
Yeah, because
You
when
got all
else
these
do you
people
eat
who are
it?
doing all this work to make you all this food, and you're like
I
giving
like
the
the
can,
turkey, too.
the canned cranberry goo. No, well, since I was a kid, my mom makes sweet potatoes that sound like you're eating something that's healthy because it's a vegetable or whatever, but
Right.
it's definitely not. They stew in this brown sugar mix all day long, you have butter, and yeah, it's like the most unhealthy thing ever, but it'll put you in a nap mode real quick.
I would say I'm a green bean casserole person all the way. It's like between that and mashed potatoes. But mashed potatoes you can kind of have all year.
Right.
But I only really eat green bean casserole like on Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I would say that's my favorite.
See, I could be upset about this because I'm Philly.
Right, absolutely.
My homemade grandmother's recipe, homemade filling. She's passed, but mom still makes it. Sister still makes it. I still make it when we have our things, and I'll eat it until I'm dizzy, and then I fall asleep. And then when I wake up, I go again.
Get more, yeah.
It could be cold. I don't even. It doesn't have to be warm. So I could argue and say, "Oh, you're crazy. It's filling better." But if they eat all that other stuff, that leaves more filling. So
Yeah, there
I'm
you
good
go.
with that.
All right, here's some trivia. See how well you know your states. There are 4 U.S. states that have the town name Turkey.
Oh my God.
What are they?
I'll leave it to the students. As a social studies teacher, it'd be unfair if I answered this question.
It would be unfair if you didn't help us out. Yeah.
There's 4 states that have the town name Turkey.
Or he's embarrassed as a socialist. Usually, they don't know any of them.
3 of them are out west.
Actually, there's 7. Okay.
Well, there 3 of them are out west, and 1 of them is on the northeast or southeast. We'll say.
I don't know.
I have no. I couldn't even. This sounds like one of the topics that I would bring up. But I would have Ken.
Does anybody live in those towns? Well, who would want to live in a town called Turkey?
I don't know.
I mean, Pennsylvania.
That's nothing against the country. I don't mean it to be taken.
This is
that
how
way.
far out of
Pennsylvania
it.
has some towns that.
This is
No,
how
yeah,
far
the
out
names
of
are
this
kinda
discussion
sketchy.
we had.
I would guess.
Just right now, when he brought that up about Turkey, I was like, "Oh, Turkey, because it's Thanksgiving." I totally missed that connection.
I would guess if I had to guess.
All right, if you had to.
I don't know. Massachusetts.
Nope.
Well, you said
Southeast.
northeast. but
Well,
then
that
he
would be my
changed-
northeast
He changed
guess.
to southeast.
Yeah,
then,
southeast.
so-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. Arizona.
Arizona is one of them.
You just know that.
Turkey, Arizona.
Well, you say it.
That's weird.
I feel like
Is there a
no matter
smoked
what
turkey,
state it
Arizona
is.
as well? Texas. That 2. I got one more guess, and that's my either.
Nope. So you have Arizona, Texas.
Tennessee? No. Okay, that's 2 of them.
You're in the right zone, but down a little bit, right next to Texas.
Turkey,
Louisiana?
Texas.
Louisiana, that's the
That's
other
what I
one.
was just gonna say.
Turkey,
Guess
Texas.
Louisiana.
All right, now you need the south. Southeast.
Florida.
Up north a little bit.
South Carolina.
What's the other one?
North Carolina.
North Carolina,
That was my
there you
other
go.
guess.
So North Carolina, Louisiana, Texas, and Arizona have a town that is named Turkey.
I got nothing.
You got
I
nothing?
can't even.
Hey, Pennsylvania, we got
I can't
Sugar
believe
Loaf.
we got them. I thought we'd sit here and name them
Listen,
all.
we did state capitals one night, and I'm like, I first of all, I don't even know if I can name all 50 states.
Right.
Like, without really. If I had a map,
Yeah.
maybe. But I know if you gave me a map, I couldn't fill them. I know I couldn't fill them all in. I know I couldn't. I know there'd definitely be some that I'd be like, which one's this again? Like, I know the 4 corners out there, but I'm like, which one's which?
Yeah. Yeah, when you get into the square territory,
Yeah.
it starts getting kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But we did the state capital thing one night, and I think we got through all of it. And then a week later, somebody brought it up again, and we did it again, and I did not fare much better 1 week later. So that's I got nothing.
Well, there you go. You can use that on your show now.
Well, I'm proud that we do. I mean, that's good Palmerton representation. As a staff member and 2 students that I had as freshmen, both of you, right?
Yeah.
And now as seniors, I have them in class as well. So have or had, depending on what time.
So there you go. When you go to school tomorrow, you can quiz your friends, see if they know.
Yeah.
Or
If
the
I
social
remember them
studies
myself.
All right, some other fun facts about Thanksgiving. 10 hours is the average time that a male would need to spend on a treadmill to burn 4,500 calories that they consumed eating the meal. You're thinking about that.
Is that the average calorie consumption
That's
per
the
meal?
average. That's the average.
4,500?
I'm thinking how much filling that is. That's what I'm thinking.
Or 1 bite of my mom's sweet potatoes.
See, I don't eat pie. I eat nothing with filling. If I have room to eat a piece of pie, I'm going back for more filling.
So no turkey or anything.
I'll eat like a piece of turkey. Like I'll eat 1 small piece of turkey and filling. That's it. No gravy, even.
And Josh is just in the kitchen with the crank on another can
Yeah,
of
I'm good
cranberries.
here.
No, it's not that I just eat all of it. It's that you
I'm on
never
your-
have it any other time.
I'm on your side of this argument. If it's there and it's not always there, usually somebody buys it. They forget to get the can out. May or may not be my roommate. Just saying. If it's out, I will eat a piece of cranberry also, for sure.
That was the one thing that I didn't like about Thanksgiving. Like I used to, my mom used to make me try like everything else except that. Never a fan.
I do not understand why it is only once a year. It doesn't make any sense.
With stuffing.
Yeah, you should make filling.
You should, yeah.
There's Taco Tuesdays. That's every week.
Yeah.
You should it should be filling Friday or something.
There you go. You can start a new trend.
Do you do it on Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's it. Yeah.
But they're kind of in the same pocket of the year.
I know,
right?
that's the thing. But it's not. I don't know. I can't fit it. It doesn't seem like a warm weather food. I don't know. So you couldn't really do it summertime. That'd be.
Yeah, because it's a food that's made to fill you and warm your belly.
Should be a show next summer. Do an assignment where you go out into the field, and anytime you get invited to a picnic in the summer, 4th of July or something, show up and fill it.
Big bowl. And nobody else would probably eat it because this doesn't belong here.
Yeah, probably that. They would look at you weird.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hidden
All right.
cameras,
Take the extras home. No.
cranberry sauce.
This guy's all right. Glad I came tonight.
13% of Americans plan to get takeout for Thanksgiving. 13%. 3.1 drinks is what a male will have at a Thanksgiving meal. That's adult beverages, so you guys can't have that. And
No comment.
2.4 drinks is what women would drink at a Thanksgiving meal. Got that?
They're going way over that if they come to my house.
All right, we got 3 minutes left. Do you guys want to recap anything or anything else you want to say about the play? Maybe grab people's attention.
We promise the play will go wrong.
Yeah.
November 30th, December 1st and 2nd, 7 o'clock. Doors will be open at 6 for people to come in and get their seats, unless you get your seats online. Ludus. Our link to buy those tickets is on our Facebook page, Palmerton Drama Club. It's pretty easy to find. And it's $5 for students, $10 for adults. And we promise the belly laughs will be worth the $10.
There you go.
Yeah, and
pitch.
it's a show that you probably haven't seen before, so I mean, you could probably get a different experience out of it than if you go to see a show that you already know you like.
Right.
Like something on Broadway, usually it's pretty popular, it's pretty advertised. This is something that you probably don't know.
Or there's a movie or, based on a singer that's popular now too, right? Like the Michael Jackson show and all that kind of stuff.
So what is the difference, other than there's no singing, but what is the difference between a musical and just a regular play?
And the play, it's very just straightforward, just go through the lines and just act it out. The musicals involves kind of like breaks in the storytelling or furthers the storytelling through the music and the dancing, and it gives just more of an effect.
Right.
And sometimes the plays can get a bit more serious.
I was thinking in a musical, the songs and like choreography dictate kind of like how you're going to interpret it. Like you can't change how you're going to sing the song. It's written on the page, and you can't. And we come up with the choreography, but once that's done, Josh's mom does our choreography. She's wonderful and helps us out a lot. But once that's done, that's what you're going to do every time. Where the play, there's a little bit of an anything can happen at any moment kind of thing that just creates, I think, like an electricity of like, where's this going to go tonight, this time on the run through.
Right.
This is sort of off topic, but maybe not. So if you make a mistake, do you pretend you didn't make the mistake? Do you just go with it?
Yeah.
Or do you try to like
have to go with it?
Go back to where you were and then pretend like it didn't happen and pick up as you normally would have?
Sometimes it just depends on the situation. Like if you're on stage, you're in the middle of a scene, somebody misses a line, usually you can just blow right past it. If it's something very important, you kind of have to steer the other person in the right direction. But with a play, you can play with it a lot more than.
And that's something that
sometimes
comes from their time together, that they've done this so much that if somebody does miss something, somebody else knows what the line was supposed to be and can alter what they say to kind of course correct and get back on track. But there's times where that doesn't happen.
Can be a little stressful.
Yeah. We're going way back here. We had a kid walk out on stage and start their big song and their microphone pack was turned off.
Oh.
And so this was anything goes. It's years ago. And our stage crew was dressed as sailors with like mops. We're just like, just go mop the floor, and when you get behind it, just click, and then keep going.
There you
And
go.
the audience stood up and clapped. So yeah, you just never know.
Nice.
That's the beauty of live theater on stage, right? Anything can happen.
I watched that show. I never knew it. I never knew that happened until he told me.
I think microphones are our biggest mishap sometimes. Like I remember during White Christmas, my microphone like fell out of like it being secure in my back, and I just had to walk off stage and kind of carry it and be like, Mr. Harris and Mr. Miller are gonna kill me if this is broken, but it's okay.
They are delicate creatures, those microphones.
Yeah. All right,
But-
thank you guys for coming on. We wish you the best of luck in your upcoming play, and have a happy Thanksgiving. And again, you can get the tickets on your Facebook
Yep.
page and website.
Yep.
And best of luck to you guys.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
All right, we're going to go to a commercial break real quick, and then we come back. We're going to find out what else Jason eats at Thanksgiving besides filling.
Quiet session.
All right, we'll be right back.
Look, who doesn't want to be
I always love being here. Thanks for having us.
Get yourself a nice warm bath.
We got a lot of
Years
people
ago, the
watching,
quality
so
shampoo,
That's great. Yeah,
then
awesome.
blow dry,
I'm really looking forward to the
delete
stuffing
nails,
episode.
and make
You
sure
have to do that.
we'll look into that.
Okay. Showing up at 4th of July picnics
Stacy and
with
Jennifer have the
food from
family
other times of year.
So if you're looking for a local
Really dumb
pet
idea.
service, and you can
Green filling and cranberry.
If you need any help, I'm pretty good at dumb ideas. Give me a call. All right, we'll get out of your way here. We'll have some customer on.
Find them online.
Yeah, there you go.
Suck it up.
They've become a solid member of the community in the past 5 years. They take pride in the quality, freshness, and variety of their food. They're known for their warm customer service
Nice meeting you
and
guys.
friendly staff.
Hello.
Special
How are you?
Come on in.
Cindy's Deli.
Hey, how are
Located next
you?
to Pfeiffer's Ice Dam in Franklin
quite
Township.
sure if you knew me.
Wide
No,
selection of
well, I
sandwiches
knew
and wraps.
as soon as
Sharp
he said the
prepared
name, I'm like,
fresh
oh, I
daily.
graduated high school.
Cindy's
Yeah.
Deli
Oh,
in
what if it's
Franklin
someone
Township.
different?
Cindy's Deli.
I mean, how many could
Right.
there be?
Well, how many girls are Shawn? Let's get
Other
real.
events, and they'll serve each guest
Yeah, you're
during
the
the
one I know.
length of
Right,
your
right.
event.
There's, I
You've
think,
got
one
to
other
check
one
out
in
Cindy's
Lehighton,
Deli in Lehighton.
and it's spelled the
Everything
same
from
way.
lunch, specials,
Yeah,
to
she's the only
catering,
one.
and so much more.
Yeah.
Cindy's Deli in Franklin
So-
Township. Find them online
All right,
at
that's 5 seconds.
cindysdeli.com.
Jeez.
Make sure to give them a like on
Pressure.
Facebook.
All right, welcome back to Colossal Community Podcast. My special co-host Jason is here joining us. So, what do you think of the Palmerton Drama Club?
I dig it. I'm not a play guy, but I've seen a couple of the plays in the past. Kids I knew, children of friends of mine, so I went with them.
And we are, if you haven't figured it out, we're in a new location. We're in the basement of the Hoffer Mill. Doc put us in the storage closet, so this is where we're at. He kicked us out.
He told us we were allowed to make fun of him.
Yeah.
We
so-
saved the seat for him, but he didn't show up.
Yeah, there's a special seat
I don't know if
for
you can see
him.
the little handicap marker here. But...
Are we still on? We're still on. All right. So our second guest for the second half hour is Shawn Dreher. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
And you're here to give us your secret on how to make Thanksgiving meal without spending all day in the kitchen.
Let somebody else do it.
I like that. All right, show's over.
No.
First of all, how is this your area of expertise?
I own my own business, and let me tell you, when it's you, the only person working in it, then you got to get everything done, because every woman needs their nails done. So that leaves me left with very little time. So I'm not saying I'm an expert cook. By all means, no.
All I care about is filling. We've already discussed that.
Yeah, he's just a feeling.
I'm a filling guy.
Filling is pretty good. I didn't grow up with filling, though. I had to learn to make it. I grew up with, filling, potato filling, or the filling?
I don't know what it's called. It's bread.
Okay.
This is my grand. Okay, first of all,
I don't even understand this. To me, I get this. It's my grandmother's recipe. I've been eating it my whole life. She's passed, but my mom makes it. Everyone in our family makes this recipe.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
that's like it.
Yeah.
But I'll eat it until I'm dizzy and I pass
Yeah,
out.
my husband and my kids love it. I'm used to regular mashed potato filling, where it's mostly potato and then they put a little bit of bread in.
Yeah.
That's it. So I had to learn to make the bread filling, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I started my shopping in the beginning of this month, and then I take inventory of what I need, and then get all my paper and plates and get everything so that the week of Thanksgiving, I am not running to the store, because that is the last time you want to be in the store when it's that busy and people are running to get their little odds and ends.
Right.
Breaking news, we have a caller live from the country of Jordan. We have Leanne. So I don't know how to get her in here.
Hi, Leanne.
Hello.
You can bring it over here.
Over by the mic.
Yeah.
Here you go. She's on. There's Keith.
Hi.
There's Jim.
See this tuning in. Leanne, my normal co-host, or my co-host, is you're in Turkey right now?
I'm in Jordan.
She's in Jordan. Yeah, Jordan, sorry.
Just got here today. I was in Egypt for the last week and a half.
So how is it over there?
Hot.
What kind of
It's very hot. But it's been. I miss my dog. I miss my bed. I miss my boyfriend, and kind of miss my job. Not really, but a little.
I don't even understand.
Hey, Jason, did you happen to see that I wore my YouTube shirt while I was at Alpha Bell?
I did not.
Oh man, I'll have to.
But thanks for representing. Get some of those people to sign up. I don't think there's anybody in the group from Africa.
All right, so Shawn's here, Leanne, going to tell us her secret about how to cook your Thanksgiving meal without being in the kitchen all day.
Alright, let's hear it.
Well, actually, when Keith asked me to come on the show, I said to him, "Did you talk to my kids?" Which was kind of odd, because they know I do most of the cooking the day before. That way I don't have to stand in the kitchen all day long. And then the other secret is, my fantastic husband, he does the turkey. So I don't have to do that. That's all I have. He smokes the turkey. And then just the little things that are canned or frozen get done that morning. Usually everything's done the day before. You know, the things like lettuce, bacon dressing, the coleslaw, and that stuff to me is meant for the next day. So most of everything. We can't hear you. Cut, dice. The potatoes are diced. The bread for the filling that gets cut up, and then I let it sit for a couple days so it gets hard.
Fry mine in a frying pan.
Well, I put it in there because then I let it sit and then gets all that crunchy stuff.
We got technical difficulties on the first day in the undisclosed location.
Keep talking. Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
So yeah, I start out at the beginning of the month and I start buying things little by little so that I don't have to do that last minute rush. And then, well, nowadays, back in the day, I did it when I was younger. I didn't do that. I worked late. I'd actually work the day before Thanksgiving till lunchtime or 2, and I'd rush to get everything done at night. But I'm getting older and now we just take off the day before. But yeah, I start all month long. First week, I'm buying all the paper products, taking inventory, getting the spices. Then the next week, I'm buying maybe sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, and I just keep harvesting a little more and a little more till it's all done. And then we usually get it done right before. What is yours?
Only thing I do is make filling. That's the only thing I'm in charge of is making filling, and it's fried filling. So like when I'm done, it's done. I make it. And I've made it before already, but then you have to heat it up in the oven.
Yeah.
Which you can't heat it up in half an hour. If it's been in the refrigerator, it takes hours to heat up properly. So I'm just like, I'll just make it the day that we're gonna eat it.
Okay.
But normally I buy the bread about 4 days or so before,
Yeah.
and I just ripped it open and I just leave it sit up.
Well, I did that one time. Well, I like mine stale. For the rest of it that I got, it's kind of stale.
Right.
And yes, so I rip it apart, flip it around, and sometimes put it in the oven so it gets even more stale.
She bought me one time a bag of shredded bread.
Yeah.
Like they were cans.
I buy the cheap bread.
Yeah.
I buy the cheap bread, and I just rip it apart, and get all my seasonings, and throw it all in one.
I usually just shred it whole time. I'll put it out on. I'll put it in the oven on the racks.
Yeah.
And just leave it sitting there.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And then one time I was like, just put it in the oven, turn it on a little bit, whatever, and sit for a second. Forgot to turn it on. And I do burnt bread. You know, not even a little bit. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm in charge of. Also, because that's the only thing I care about.
Yeah, but that probably helps her a lot.
Yeah, we're not. First of all, she makes a turkey, green casserole, which I don't. It's beans. I'm not touching that. I don't like rabbit food. I'm a second-hand vegetarian. So the animals eat the vegetables and then I eat the animals. That's the way I operate. Except for Philly. I think. Other than that, and I probably wouldn't eat it in July. There's only a couple of days I go off the rails and really kind of non-carnivore.
No, I don't make it any other time of year except for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, we just had a discussion with the drama club guys. We're going to go 4th of July picnic and see what happens. I mean, odds are no one else is going to eat it. I'm finding it leftovers.
You never know. People like that stuff.
And then that'll be the drink. We'll have that with the drink of the day.
Drink of the day.
Want to do the drink of the day?
We can,
Okay.
if you want to do the drink of the day.
What is the drink of the day?
Well, I made 2 drinks of the day. Last time we did a caramel apple or
Yep.
something. This is so the big argument. My fall argument is apple and pumpkin. I feel that the apple is the superior fall fruit.
I like apple.
Well, it's either pumpkin or apple. You choose one or the other. And so everybody argued. They're like pumpkin pie. This. I said, listen. It's all the spices that they have to put in pumpkin. Not so it's least repulsive, so somebody would actually eat it. So apple wins that. I think apple pie is better than pumpkin pie. I don't like the texture of pumpkin pie.
I like
So
both.
Apple wins that.
But I think apple's
Apple
better.
wins.
We went through this whole discussion, and I said the only argument that pumpkin has is pumpkin roll, and I do love pumpkin roll. But I love pumpkin roll, I think, more because of the cream cheese filling.
Right, yeah.
So then I just threw it out there, and I said, but I've never had an apple roll. So then I had 3 different people make me, no, 1, 2, 3, 4 different people. Okay, 4 different people made apple rolls. 1 person made 2 different apple rolls.
Okay, and what was that like?
They were all better than a pumpkin roll. Because it was the exact same thing except for the
So was it the same bread or the same cake part? Or
cream cheese was the same.
Oh, okay.
But the roll
Cake
part was
part.
made with apples instead of
I didn't
pumpkins.
see you take that.
Leanne's still with us.
What time is it? We got time?
Right, we all have time.
Hi, Leanne. I didn't know who was going to be here. So this is pumpkin pie. This is called the pumpkin pie shot. I don't make And it's literally a shot.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna like the pumpkin pie shot.
Nobody does. Nobody likes pumpkin. Everybody who says they do is a liar. We'll literally make a shot. That's it.
A lot. I'm not a big drunker.
That's a shot. I said.
It looks like
Somebody's gonna have to drive me home.
All right. The pumpkin pie shot is caramel vodka, pumpkin spice liqueur, and pumpkin spice rum chata. And there might be whiskey in there.
all right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah,
Actually, I like that.
It kind of tastes like a pumpkin pie. Debbie knows what's up.
Actually, I like that.
yeah, it does. Yeah, it's pretty
You
good.
did that pretty good. Because I've tasted a mule. It didn't taste anything like this.
It tastes like the filling of the apple.
First of all,
Yeah.
the
Very tasty.
when I make a drink, my number one goal is for it to not taste like alcohol and be good. This one was hard because there's literally no mixers in it. It is all alcohol. Every ingredient
Yeah,
in
but
that
it's
drink
good.
is alcohol.
It's really good.
Yeah. I don't know what that pumpkin. I don't know what it is. It's
Oh,
a
it tastes
pumpkin
like a
spice
pumpkin
liqueur. Connie Ray or Connie Chrisman.
Mm-hmm.
She, whatever the thing is, she's like, you have to keep that refrigerated on it. You got to keep it refrigerated, and you have to drink it cold. That pumpkin spice liqueur, because I was salmon fishing and I
Actually, it's
met her
really
up
good.
there. You can have the rest of it if you want, but I'm not a pumpkin fan.
All right, we have somebody here that says, I'm easy to please. I like pumpkin pie and apple pie.
It's easy to please.
Listen, that's fine.
It's really good.
My thing is, I think, my opinion, apple pie is better than pumpkin pie. It doesn't mean anything else. Everybody argued. We put a poll up about it, and apple won the poll, 85 to 15%. So that was, for me, the argument's over. Izzy Messinger is the one that reiterates the argument all the time. But Izzy also thinks that a taco is a sandwich, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. He does agree with me that chicken wings have to have bones.
Well, if they don't have...
Exactly. Thank you. There you go. The brilliance of the Palmerton class of 1989. And this is a cider drink. So there's not a lot of alcohol. Like, however full that was, is probably 20%. And it's not like, okay, here's what's in it. This is caramel apple cider sangria. So really, it should have been in a jug with fruit floating in it, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, it's white wine, caramel vodka, winter jack, apple liqueur, apple juice, and apple cider. I could put more alcohol in it, I guess. That's what you want. How are we doing over there?
We're doing good.
All right. Caramel apple cider sangria. Cheers. This tastes like apple cider.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna make the caramel apple thing, but I try to make. There always has to be a new drink. So the pumpkin pie. I just did a pumpkin and an apple of the controversy, but the caramel apple drinks. I think I'm gonna make some of that.
Did you try that yet, or is it everything new?
Oh, we made it.
Okay.
This is new. This I just made today.
Yeah, so if you're really, really into pumpkin, this is a ticket.
There you go. There you go, everybody. That's what you need to mix up for your party, your Thanksgiving party. I think I'm gonna make that caramel apple thing and make it hot.
Oh, I had wine like that, and it was really, really good.
Yeah.
We probably done.
They put the mulling spices in it and stuff.
It was already in the bottle. I didn't have to do anything.
That'll save you time.
Yeah.
See, you're all about that.
It's all about the time.
All right, so last week I did 3 poll questions about Thanksgiving. The first one was, would you rather cook the meal or clean the meal up? What do you think?
I think my answer was to the bowl. I think my answer to the bowl was you need to get the
Well, we had
Which
seven.
was a joke.
Yeah. We had,
I don't care. I don't mind cleaning.
We're gonna pull Leanne out because we think the phone's kind of messing with the connection, so you guys wanna say bye to her and then I'll. 4 o'clock in the morning in Jordan. All right, Leanne, I'm gonna pull you over here.
I actually like cleaning because most of the stuff that gets used is like measuring cups and pots and everything that you don't do in canning. So they have to be clean. And I'm the only one that I want to make them standards. That I'm okay with.
Alright, so we had 71 people vote on the poll. 81% said they would rather cook the meal, and 19% said they would rather clean it. Alright, so we had 71 people go through the poll. 81% said they would rather cook the meal, and 19% said they would rather clean it.
Turn that volume down. Get the feedback over here. It's like an amateur hour.
Close the closet door.
Yeah, go back upstairs where you belong. Get out of my basement.
Alright, so our second poll was most important side dish. I put in mashed potatoes, stuffing, or filling, as most people call it, green bean casserole, and cranberry sauce. There's 85 votes on that one. 12% said mashed potatoes, 73% said filling, green bean casserole, there was 5%, and cranberry sauce said 10%.
It seems a little low for filling, but obviously I agree with that.
Obviously.
I would have went with the cranberry. I just like my cranberry and chicken. Not chicken, but
You should join the drama club.
what, were they the same?
His answer was the same.
Yeah.
He was in that, maybe it's that chair.
It might be.
That's right where he was sitting.
Alright, the second poll last week was National Scrapple Day, and I put on what kind of topping would you put on your scrapple. I put syrup, ketchup, honey, and apple butter. 66% said syrup, 16% said ketchup, 0 said honey, 18% said apple butter.
And I got ridiculed for my answer.
What was yours?
Spicy brown mustard.
Well, at least you had an answer because to me the answer is garbage.
You thought I was messing with you. I'm dead serious. We make our own. We butcher pigs in the spring, and we make our own. And I slice it thin. I fry it, then it's crispy on the outside, and I put spicy brown mustard on it.
I used to eat it when I was a kid, but I don't know. We won't get into details. I just can't eat it.
I love it. I could eat it.
I mean, I was on the farm when they butchered too, and I've seen all that happen, but it has nothing to do with why I can't. I just can't eat it anymore. Just let it at that.
Alright, we're going to play a game now. It's called Pile It On or Pass It On. So you're sitting at the Thanksgiving table with your plate, and it's time to pass the food around the table. So I'm going to read off some things, and you can say pile it on.
My plate's
or
going to
pass
be
it on.
piled this high with filling, so I'm going to need a second plate to play your game.
Alright. Turkey, the white meat.
I'll eat a piece of it.
Pile it on.
Pile it on. Turkey, dark meat.
I would also eat that.
No.
No.
I'm not racist. I like all kinds of turkey.
Drumstick.
Sure.
No.
No. Alright, filling.
We know that. Yes.
Corn.
No.
Really?
No. If I was going to eat mashed potatoes and there was cream corn, I would put the cream corn on the mashed potatoes.
Okay,
do
But
the
I'm not
same.
eating mashed potatoes because I'm eating filling.
Right.
So then what would you put on top of your filling? What's your go-to for the top of the filling?
Nothing.
Come on, you got to put something.
No. Don't listen. Don't sacrilege the filling. To be quite honest with you, by the time I'm done making the filling, I'm full.
Yeah, because you're tasting.
I keep eating it
Yeah,
the whole
I
time I'm
agree.
making it.
I agree, because when you do make it that day, when you're making everything, by the time it's time to sit down and eat, you're not hungry because you have tasted everything all morning long.
But I'll still eat it. I could easily gain 7 pounds on Thanksgiving.
I believe that.
All right, sweet potatoes,
No, those
Yes.
are vegetables.
yams,
That's the same thing, and they're both also vegetables. That's
Cran-
chicken feed.
cranberry,
I will eat cranberry if it's on the table.
Canned or fresh?
ooh,
I like canned because when people make it fresh, they put weird shit in it. Oh, stuff. Sorry. Am I allowed to curse on this?
you're allowed to curse,
All right.
yeah.
I like the jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the canned stuff.
Green bean casserole.
No, beans. I only like jelly beans. That's it.
Yeah.
And Jason, I know your favorite, pumpkin pie.
I do like pumpkin pie, but my grandmother makes this custard that is phenomenal. It's custard pie. I don't know what's in it. I think it's a long
Like
neck.
it's custard,
I
or
think
it's
it's-
pumpkin custard.
It's a long neck pumpkin that she uses to make custard, and then she'll put raspberries on top.
So it's a pumpkin custard pie.
Yes, very good.
I would try. Listen, I'm not anti-pumpkin. I just think apple's better.
Right.
But I would never, ever, 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 ever eat dessert
You
unless
wouldn't go
all
and
the
buy
filling
it.
was gone already. I'm not kidding. I'm that far into it. I'll eat it cold the next day, right out of the refrigerator with a fork. Yeah.
And the last one was pecan pie.
No.
No,
I've never had pecan pie.
never had it.
Nope. It's
I
not
don't-
Dutch,
you
so
know
I
what?
have it.
I don't like pecans, and I told the bee guy that. The bee guy he has honey. He has honey-coated pecans. They are phenomenal.
Are they?
They're ridiculous. And he calls it, I think he calls it sweet and salty, so it's his, I don't know what kind of honey it is. You know Chris Maxwell? Keith, his brother, was like might have been our year behind us. But anyway, Wild Creek Beef Farm. He has this honey. I don't know what honey. I don't know if it's I don't know what clover. I don't know what kind of honey it is. But he put the pecans in like a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I just put them on ice cream," and I'm like, "All right." And I don't like them.
Right.
But the honey, because the salt of the pecans gets in the honey,
That sounds good.
that honey on ice cream is crazy good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I ate a whole jar of that honey. I'm not ashamed. I don't even care.
All right, we got some spending facts for 2023 according to BuzzFeed. Americans will spend over $1.1 billion in turkeys this year.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of turkey.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
Holy smokes! I didn't think
Yeah,
people
We're
like
on the
turkey
internet.
that
means it
much.
has to be true.
Yeah, it has to
Very.
be.
Yes, you're right.
80 million pounds of cranberries will be bought during the week of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Americans will spend an average of $396 on Thanksgiving. That includes food, drinks, and home decor.
If it wasn't for drinks, we'd be way under.
40% of sales of Campbell's cream of mushroom soup will be used in green bean casseroles.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, I can't.
No,
mushrooms, not
we
a-
had people made it in our family, and it was not a hit. It just sat there. Nobody ate it.
Kind of like the filling in the summertime.
You know what? It's worth a shot. It is stupid that it's my favorite. Literally my favorite. But you know what? I bet if I ate it every month, it wouldn't be my favorite anymore.
That's true.
My favorite thing to eat is wings. That would be
Yeah.
it if that was my go-to. But
I don't know if I have
All right,
go-to.
lastly, on Thanksgiving, the Christmas shopping will start online in America, and they will spend $5 billion shopping online on Thanksgiving night.
I do not contribute to that even one penny.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. They spend all that money on food and drinks. You think they'll be drunken
Exactly.
spenders?
No, because they start. The Black Friday sales on Thanksgiving now.
Right.
So that's probably why.
No, is Walmart going to be open this year?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't do any of that shopping.
I
started
usually
already.
start Christmas shopping somewhere around the 20th.
20th of December.
Typical guy.
I mean, well, I used to be way, way, way better, but we used to buy, we bought presents for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple years ago, we started doing name exchange because the family just got too big.
Yeah.
Not for me, I didn't care, but some, it's like this
Some people
sort
can
of
do it,
discussion
some can't.
within the brothers and sisters. And so they started doing a gift exchange, which I was like, well, now we only have to buy presents for like 3 people. This goes really fast.
And then they get to tell you what they want.
Yeah.
Did you remind all of the viewers about Operation Give a Gobbler on Wednesday?
We're talking about that next.
Gotcha.
All right.
Executive producer over there.
Yeah, executive producer.
If you went back over the states with a city named Turkey in them, I don't think I could come up with 4 of them right now. We just talked about that 20 minutes ago.
All right, coming up this Wednesday, there's the Operation Give a Gobbler Turkeys for the Veteran. This year it's at a new location. It's at Giant out on Blakesy Boulevard. And from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., Doc and the rest of the gang will be collecting turkeys.
9.
9. Sorry, it says 8 on the flyer. Yeah, it says 8 on
Just
the flyer.
come whenever you want to come.
Just let it sit there.
We'll be there. Somebody will be there to collect.
And
Michelle will be there if no one else is.
yeah, Jason's team Spoonman has been.
I'm collecting at the house. You want to drop stuff off tomorrow? I'll take it up there. Somebody dropped off 3 grocery bags full of food today.
Wow.
And a tray full of, what are they called? Pickled? The red beet eggs?
Pickled red beet eggs. You know.
Pickled red beet, the egg, but, Jesus, what are they? Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Oh,
Pickled red beet, deviled eggs.
Pickled.
Well, now that could be.
I'm here to tell you right now. She posted a picture of it online, and I said, I'd be interested in that. And she said, well, I'm going to drop food off at your house. I'll drop some off. And I'm like, okay. Well, I was at work. And she said, hey, you got eggs dropped off here. I went there's a whole thing full of them. I ate like 6 of them.
Good.
Outstanding.
I never had that.
I did not either. The only thing that could be better than that is if Ken smokes them.
Nice.
Kenny Pelias smokes deviled eggs, and they're unbelievable. He made 60 of them when he came to my house for a party, and I think they lasted about 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So they were that good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'll have my husband do those.
He doesn't
while
smoke
he's
them
doing the
hard.
turkey.
He does like 30 minutes, like on a whatever.
So what are they?
Makes just
Skin?
makes the regular deviled eggs,
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
then he sets them on the smoker grill for.
Okay.
I think he said a half an hour maybe.
That's interesting.
They're phenomenal.
How much food did you collect so far?
I didn't. Probably a little over 300 pounds.
Nice.
I guess. I don't know how you.
Is there anything you need more of? Less of? Have you
Anything helps. I mean,
anything?
Yeah. Well, so I put it out there, and then they have a bunch of homeless veterans that they work with that they collect. He's the guy. He was on Doc's show, and he said hoodies. He said hoodies are gold. So I said hoodies, coats, boots, jeans. We got a couple pairs of boots. I think like 1 or 2 pairs of jeans, and probably 70 hoodies, at least. I mean, I got like 5 boxes of clothing, and then I just said if anybody can't make it, you can send me money, drop off cash, whatever you want to do. So I just been collecting the money, and I said I would match it. I said I would match every dollar given, and then I set up to $1,000, and it's I told Doc, I said I told him how much I collected so far. I didn't tell anyone else. I'm not saying anything till that day, but I said I'm not. I said I'm just kind of overwhelmed, but I'm not surprised.
The people in this area are very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And for example, I was at a store today, and an old gentleman was on his cart.
How old? Like 61 or older?
Doc 61. It must have been him.
Where is he?
He just got the delay.
And his cart had them electric carts. It stopped. So he was in the parking lot pushing it with his foot. He was pushing it. And a younger fellow comes by and actually helped him.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say maybe 70, 80. He was an older fella. So I thought, in this area we do have some really giving people. We really do. I was like, good, because I didn't want to have to help that guy.
All right, that's going to do it for tonight's show. again, we apologize for technical difficulties, but when you're in the closet, what can you do? You know?
It's hard to get Wi-Fi in the basement.
Yeah.
Is what it is. All these pipes and shit down here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So our next episode, Leanne will be back with us. It'll be on November 27th, and we're talking about the horror stories of Black Friday shopping and all that other fun stuff.
And travel back from Africa.
And travel back from
I'm sure there'll be some
Egypt.
nightmares in there.
Yeah, she'll be telling us all about her trip. So tune in for that. There's more things to come in our new location. We got some things in mind, and it's going to put a whole different new look on our show, and it's going to be better than the Doc show. Because, you know, Kate's already got her show.
That's a low bar to clear.
Yeah.
I'm Team Kate, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Team Kate too. We're Team Kate all the way. It's the Keith and the Kate show, and, you know, Doc Who, you know.
Doc and Chaperone show in the morning.
Shawn, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you all next time.